I'm installing the Monoprice in-ceiling speakers. Of course, since it's in-ceiling, you probably would need a ladder, depending on your size, a drill, a wire cutter, and just in case if you want to look inside your drywall, then you probably need a endoscope, which is not too expensive. You can find one in the Amazon. And then you would need a stud finder, a pencil to mark where you need to cut. You probably would need a mask, and of course a good sharp drywall saw, and probably something to catch the dust when you cut through the drywall. That's it. So this package includes a pair of ceiling speakers. It's a 6.5-inch speaker, and of course the package comes with two speakers, a pair, and a hook to be used to remove the the grill. It's not magnetic, and a template which you can use to cut the speakers through. The speaker itself is spring loaded, which is very helpful when you load when you install, so it's very helpful. Okay. These speakers are passive speakers with no Bluetooth or inbuilt amplifier, so you'll have to pretty much pre-wire through your drywall way before. In my case, I know where the stud finder is. It is towards this side of the receptacle, and I do know that it doesn't have anything behind that receptacle or the socket, wall socket. But if you're a house owner who doesn't know what's behind that wall, you probably can use drill a small hole and then use something like this industrial endoscope and then figure out what's behind it. And obviously for finding studs you can use the stud finder, but in my case I have the luxury to have this wires pre-wired, and obviously I know where the stud is, so that it's easy for me to just I just need to mark where I need to cut and then just cut it. To remove this grill, you can use this given hook and then just put it into one of these holes near any of the borders, and then use some force and like put it out like this. Set it aside, and it has a sponge under it. So this is a speaker, and like I said, if you're looking for a magnetic grill, then this is not the speaker for it. It's a friction attachment, so you'll have to press firmly to get it inside, and to take it out you need to use this small hook. Not sure whether you can see it, but yeah, you can just put it into one of these holes and then pull it down, pull it up. The speaker has 4 screws attached to this outer perimeter. You could just unscrew it and then basically take out the speaker, and this would help you to install, trace the cutting, trace whatever you need to cut through the drywall, and then basically you could install this and then screw attach the speaker to it later. In that way it's easier to install. For the template, to make my life easier, I basically had 3 duct tapes attached to the template, and then I basically traced the outside the outside perimeter of this attachment. In that way, I would know how much I would end up cutting. Not sure whether you guys can see it, but in that way I would know what is the gap I should leave with. So the speaker outside perimeter will be this thick, you know. Not sure that I can probably explain it once I install it. In that way, I'll be sure that, you know, I should never trace more than this. So first I need to take these two screws and then remove this socket. This is how it would look like after removing that wall plate. I would leave at this point I would just leave the wires inside as it is. And I'm gonna trace the, I would put the template and then trace using a pencil. Like I said, I already know that this is the side where I have the stud. This wall socket is actually, kind of nailed onto that stud. So I will be tracing towards this side. If you're not sure, you probably should use a stud finder or use an endoscopy, device, like I said before, to figure out if there is anything behind it. Okay. I had the template, put it here, and I'm gonna trace, and then use a, drive also to a sharp one to cut them out. I didn't have the painted shape on one side just because, this is the place where I have the socket, and this area is kind of empty. I don't need to cut this, but this is where I'll be tracing and cutting it. So I trace the, the template, and this is the area I'm going to use to cut. Like I said, this side, immediately right here, I have the stud, so I have to leave a little space. That's the reason I had to basically about like a finger width or something like that. So I'm gonna use a drywall. First I'm gonna just, give make a hole here and then cut it. That's it. The next step would be basically put that, speaker outside the enclosure, and then just not sure whether you can see it, but turn the door gear towards the other side so that these screws can be screwed in, and then just screw it in. I'll see if I can at least capture one of those screw getting, not sure that I can see from the other side where that door gear getting attached. The same here as well. Just set the drill to make sure that you set the drill to either 1 or 2. And that's it. It's not going anywhere. And then connect the wires and screw it in the speaker as well. I used a wire stripper to, remove the wires, strip it, and then basically use this, like I said before, this uses spring-loaded speaker terminals. So you just press it, push the wire inside, and then just leave it, and that basically makes this to stick. Not sure whether I told you already, but this doesn't have an adjustable tweeter, so if you try to turn it, it won't work. So this is a good candidate for Atmos speakers, but if you're really looking for something, maybe it's not a good candidate. But when my friends, they used it for Atmos speakers, they said it was great. It was pretty cheap as well. So that's the reason I went for it. So yeah, I connected it. Now I need to basically just screw it to this its enclosure. For the grill, you basically, press it until it gets in. That's it. And should be good.